interesantes shows en vivo, tu mejor opción en internet, radiocristalusa.com.
Hi, bienvenidos a mi show. Welcome to Catching Up with Claudia. Now, ojalá que se puedan quedar hasta el final para que puedan escuchar lo que va a compartir mi invitada o mi invitado. Así es que no se les olvide también de seguirnos por las redes sociales. Estamos en todas las plataformas. Hasta luego.
My milkshake brings out the boys to the yard. Okay, y'all, I cannot stop singing that song. But welcome. I'm going to stop now because I have to welcome you. Welcome to the recording of La Super Comadre Claudia show. I am excited to be out here in nature and having this show, recording it because I needed to be outside for a bit. There's a lot happening, and sometimes I got to just come to a coffee shop and then go outside and meet with friends and do my work and just daydream and, all that. So I'm out here in nature and it's not 100. Well, it's not 1,000 degrees. It's only 100, but it's not that bad. But welcome to the recording. Welcome to the live stream. As you know, my Super Comadre show is on all kinds of platforms. And thank you, RadioCrystalUSA.com, for always being there for people, for La Comunidad, with all of the shows, all of the music that we have for you. We have great programs. So if you're not watching a show, you can always tune in and listen to la música, porque tenemos una música bien bonita para que puedan concentrarse en el trabajo o estar afuera tomando el sol en el patio mientras que están haciendo su trabajo. Así es que, welcome to episode number 317. Yes, I can't believe it's 317 of these, yo. But I'm excited to be here with you. And each time I come, I just want to reach out to you with a message, with a resource, with a story, with an organization, with something that is going to benefit humankind. And now, if you turned in before, welcome back. And if you're new to my show, again, this is a show and a podcast. It's all about uplifting stories, uplifting resources and people. So welcome if this is your first time with us. Now, you might not always agree with everything I share and say, and that's okay. You can always tune out. You can always turn it off. But if you want to continue sticking around, why not learn about something new? Why not listen to something that you may not agree with and be like, let me think about that, because we need more of that right now. Community coming together, listening to other points of views, and moving forward together, because together we are stronger. All right, so you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on LinkedIn, on Twitter. You can find us in any social media platform. Connect with us there. And if you have a story, or if you want to sponsor, please reach out to me. Reach out to me so that we can make sure that we can get you, connected to Radio Crystal USA. Conéctense con nosotros si tienen algo que prestar o dar a la comunidad, algo positivo, algo que puede alimentarnos, ¿verdad? Porque en ese momento, especialmente ahorita, hay que comunicarnos unos a los otros, hay que tener comunidad, porque juntos tenemos más fuerza, ¿verdad? Y hay que siempre tomar el tiempo de escuchar a otras opiniones, otras personas, porque es lo que se necesita ahorita, de conectarnos y seguir adelante juntos, ¿verdad? So, yeah, reach out to us. You got a show, you want to be a sponsor, you want to be a guest, come on, reach out to us, and we will hook you up. All right, now, before we get going and bringing on today's guest, who's been on before, I just want to share a little bit about what's been going on with La Super Comadre Claudia. So, I was invited to do a panel, and I shared this with you a while back. I think the last time we recorded. And it was at the University of St. Thomas, and it was all about networking and sharing networking tips and strategies to the young college students that are rising stars at the University of St. Thomas. And that's actually the name of the program, the University of St. Thomas Rising Stars program. And I was told to fill in for a speaker that wasn't going to show up at the last minute. I said, no problem. I was going to be there anyway to support. And I said, yeah, sure, I'll fill in. And so while I was thinking, like, okay, what can I share? What are some strategies that I could share? And I literally had a notebook next to me, and here are my strategies. And if you're listening to the podcast, it's a bunch of gobbledygook on a sheet of paper. So as I was getting ready for this panel, or that I thought I was going to be a part of a bigger panel, I was just fixing my hair. Things would come to me, and I would just write. I was putting on my makeup. Things were just coming to me and were downloading from I don't know where. And I was just started writing. And then when I get to this event, I'm greeted by some familiar faces from Leadership Houston, which I was a part of. And they said, oh, you're here. Awesome. You know, guest speaker, keynote speaker. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just going to be part of a panel. They're like, no, you're not. You're it. And I said, wait a minute. I thought I was going to send a panel with like another group of people. And they told me just to share about networking. So I took my little notes that you see here, if you can see, or if you're listening, it's just a bunch of rayoneadas, bunch of scribble scratch. And I turned it into the Macias manifesto of networking strategies and stories. That's not the complete name, but that's what's coming to mind. So that was exciting. I had a chance to share some networking experiences, and now I'm turning it into a little booklet. I don't know where this is going to go, but I was just excited to be there to share that. And so I wanted to share that, what I've been up to. Another thing I've been up to, let's see, what has else been going on? My girls, they just started high school. Well, they started back to school. They're in high school. This is their second to the last year. I'm super excited and kind of sad because, you know, they're growing so fast. And one of the things I wanted to share with you is that one of my girls has some work over at the Contemporary Arts Museum, Houston. So it's a free museum. They take donations, but if you want to go, join. And I mean, go ahead and go, and you'll see my daughter. Her name is Citlali Villegas, and her artwork, one of her pieces of work, is in the out of stock showing over at the Contemporary Arts Museum, Houston. So make your way over there. Take your family, take your friends, and check out the work. And especially my daughter's artwork that is there. Now, I do want to share that the last time I was on with you, I was going to bring back el chanclazo y la chulada. Chanclazo meaning you get your sandal, your chancla, you're like, you know, throwing chanclazos or sandals towards something that is not that awesome. And then chulada just means something that's beautiful. So before we get into today's topic of discussion with Adriana, my amazing guest, I wanted to give the chanclazo. I'm just going to say the occupant in the White House. That's all I'm going to say. And whatever I say and whatever my guests say, just so you know, has nothing to do with the radio station. These are my own opinions, my own thoughts. But I'm going to give the chanclazo to the occupant that's currently in the White House. And that's because he's just causing all kinds of chaos. And then he creates other things to not stay focused, or for us not to stay focused on the chaos he created. So I just want to say, chanclazo goes to the person in the White House right now. I'm so done with you, which I now want to turn to chulada because we always want to have a positive thing too. So chulada goes to the Wortham Theater for hosting the Mariachi Festival once again. It was an amazing event. It's a 3 nights affair of music, mariachi, history, cultura, all of it in 3 nights. And it's around mariachi music. So I just want to give the chulada to the Mariachi Festival people, the ones that put on the fest. Also, Wortham Theater, great host, great location, great place to showcase a tradition, a culture, my culture, you know, sharing it to the world, especially here in Houston. Like, look, here we are. We're not going anywhere. We've been here for a while. Period. So I just want to give that chulada out. And so now I'd like to bring on this amazing woman who is the woman behind the International Women's Fest. and Men Awake, one of my show sponsors. And I do use her products. As you can see, I'm a little bit more, I don't know, enjoy my Men Awake, my menopause years. It's a lot better. But I want to bring her on because I want her to come and share what she has for us that's coming up this coming month in September. So without further ado, come on out. Where is my guest for today, Adriana? There she is. Look at you, gorgeous. You're just glowing.
I got my hair back. I got my hair lush in there,
Yes.
getting my hair vitamins and minerals for the hair growth. Yes.
I love it. So you're looking glowy, glam, shiny. Your aura is just wow. So
maybe it's the camera.
The lighting.
Tanta crema los tacos. Oh my God, you're making me blush.
Oh, we gotta, well, you're precious to me, and you
are precious to me. Yes, no, it's because right now I'm in a very happy vibrational state.
Yes.
So many wonderful things are happening for me and for the International Women's Fest, and obviously for Men Awake, who is the sponsor, the whole reason behind it. So yes, I am very happy, very, very happy.
Now, I remember when you told me this. It was not the greatest of times, but you came to my house. It was election night. And you sat next to me because I did do a show that night.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then when we were done, you mentioned, I'm going to do a festival. And now, here we are. That was what? Election night was what, November? December? Almost a year ago.
Almost a year ago.
Ago.
I remember it very, very vividly. I won't ever forget how we felt after that election. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But, out of that came this. And why?
Exactly.
Because, although the main purpose of this festival was to introduce Men Awake here locally, mm-hmm. and nationally, once we go viral, but it's the underlying movement of unification of women of all diverse backgrounds from Houston. Why? Because the time is now.
Yeah.
The time is now to unify. So, yes.
Mm-hmm. Now more than ever.
Now more than ever, we need this.
Now more than ever. And when you and I were sitting there wondering what next, and then this was born, and then it seems so far away, and now here we are, because it's all about community, building community, staying in community, inviting people into community. And I want you to share, what exactly will folks be experiencing when they come out to your festival? It's at Midtown Park here in Houston on September the 6th.
Yes.
Tell people, and it's not just for women, right? Yeah, we're celebrating women, but it's for everyone. Men
women need to come out and support.
Absolutely.
Women, So
absolutely.
So like I said, my main purpose of the International Women's Fest is to unify every walk of every woman from every part of this beautiful earth that we live in, and unify, get to know each other, learn their customs. Everybody is so unique, mm-hmm. And also to recognize 55 kick-ass women that have stood out, that were nominated citywide. We did a citywide nomination form, and we got hundreds of entries. And it was so hard choosing, but I think we did a really phenomenal job in picking these women that are trailblazers in their field, in STEM, in education, in music, in media, in astronomy, education. And so besides, honoring them, we're going to honor the women consulates that are currently serving here in Houston. We're going to honor city people, Martha Cassick Tatum and Laura Murillo, Gigi Lee. And we are so excited, super excited. How long do we have? Because,
Oh, we have until 8.
oh, we do. So
Oh,
am I
yeah.
the only guest for today?
It's all you. And then I have a friend that's here with me, and I'm going to bring her on because I want her to hear about what you're doing because she's excited about it. I just told her, we were just talking, and I'm like, you're going to come on so you can also hear all the wonderful things that Adriana is doing.
Awesome. So, I had already thought about this festival because during, how spiritual I am, during a meditation, I was like, God, how do I bring men awake here locally, right? And marketing, I don't know that much about marketing, and literally the International Women's Fest just popped up in my head. And I was like, okay, I need to be obedient from this little bit of information that came to me. So planning it has been incredible. It's like planning a birthday party times 1,000.
Yes.
It's not just, hey, let me just get some vendors. And no, you gotta every single detail. And immediately I called, obviously, Martha Castick Tatum, and she's like, girl, we are on board, whatever you need. And then I called Joaquin Martinez, our councilman, and he's like, whatever you need, just let me know. And the first sponsor that popped in my head, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to call Coca-Cola. Bottega from Coca-Cola. And she was on board immediately. And then I called my friends at the Houston, Texans.
The Texans,
they were on board. And but then the really special part of this was I thought, you know what, I need to not have a board of directors, but like an ambassador program. And I called upon my closest 25 friends who are just rock stars, and that includes you, to be part of this, because I'm not one of those people that want to take glory all for myself. No, I believe in sharing and the spotlight with people that work hard like me and can help out in any way that they can. So I started going down the list, and everybody came on board. And then, I started working on the logo, which she just represents. If Liliana can put her on.
Yeah, put it on, Liliana, the logo.
It's so beautiful. And all those strands represent countries. I didn't want to put, countries, because so many countries are in turmoil with one another. So we're just trying to unify it on the back end, so strands, the different colors represent different countries. And of course, her crown that represents her divinity and how she is awakening, she is awakening during this time. And obviously to incorporate Men Awake in this is more so that I love talking about balancing your hormones.
Yes, absolutely. This is a
conversation.
Yes,
you also needed. Know that I believe that menopause is some type of spiritual divine awakening that happens in women, because you have to think about that everything is perfectly designed. Our bodies were perfectly designed. And I cannot fathom the thought that our Creator, who chose a woman to birth Jesus, being the single greatest act of love in our history, would punish Mary. And so this is why my purpose in this life is to awaken women. And if it's not through balancing your hormones, I want to connect you to your inner child and do some healing. Because it is part of it. All of it comes together. So this chapter becomes the most important chapter in your life when you truly go inward, because you're always going outward. You're always, taking care of kids and
Always.
husband and family and school and PhDs and board of director meetings and so forth, right? So this moment in time is to go inward, to do the healing and let go of all that you have been holding on to 40 something years.
Yes.
We are energetic beings, and therefore these emotions of like abandonment or low self-worth or whatever trauma happened in your developmental years, those are the things that we're going to release with this inner child meditation.
I love
And
it.
it was done to me.
Yeah.
And when I saw little Adriana there, oh my gosh, I cried like a baby when I saw my little girl, and that was so healing. That was the beginning of my journey. And 2 years later, I feel really good. I feel really at peace with her. Your inner child is that youthful energy that you have, that you connect with when you're silly, when you want to play, you want to, jump on a trampoline, whatever it is, you have to feed that, because that's what keeps your heart youthful. Instead of her protecting you every single day, because, she's there to protect you. You've released that from her. You've released that, and now she can go play, and she can fill your heart with little glitter and
the unicorns, the
butterflies,
cotton candy.
Yeah. And
Like,
so
yeah.
that, like I said, when it was done to me, it was an unbelievable experience.
Yeah.
And I recommend it. We're going to have to do a show on it, because it's amazing when you understand that you are the medicine. You are that. You can heal yourself. You don't need anybody else. You can just sit in silence, connecting to nature, and talk to yourself, and you will get answers. And it may not be the answers that you're ready for, but it is the answers that you need in order to go from A to to start living your purposeful life.
Yes. Are you going to have any of this on that day?
I thought about it, but this is a very personal. Yes, very personal.
Will it be this knowledge shared, or maybe information about this type of healing and who they can go to so they can begin that
we are
process?
going to continue this, obviously, with everybody that's there. Obviously, we're going to collect data and contact everybody, because this energy is energy. You cannot escape it. And when God wants you to heal, when you have prayed upon prayer daily, and God, help me, blah, 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 he's going to open a door, and somebody's going to be there to receive you, to welcome you in. And so this meditation will make it maybe a once a month thing for women that are going through it, that need that support, that they understand that they are the medicine, and they are, you just have to sit in that pain for a little bit. It's going to be,
sit in it. Sit in that poop. You remind me of a quote. You just reminded me of a quote by Brene Brown in one of her podcasts, when I think she talked about daring to lead or lead. Well, the quote was, sometimes you have to put on your waders, like the waders that they use to go fishing in, and walk. And then she said, and walk through the shit, and just let that come out, let that manifest as it should, so that you can continue moving forward. And you have been helpful with me, and in the past, I still remember the park, grounding and having a release.
Absolutely. And I'm ready. You're ready for a second one. You're ready for a second one, because it doesn't.
And
It's
Angel is like, I want to join too. So,
yeah, when you do it with your couple, with your mate,
mhm.
it's 10 times greater because the
Yeah.
energy of love is surrounding y'all.
Yes. Yes.
And so when you do it, it's beautiful because both
Yes.
of you, it'll cause an imbalance if you're trying to heal and they're not. You're like
Absolutely.
elevating, and they're still stuck in shame or whatever, or guilt.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so you want to, if you love somebody, set them free and invite them to join. I've done it for men. I did it for a friend of mine like 2 weeks ago, actually
Uh-huh.
about a month ago,
Okay.
that I have known for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
And for 3 years, I've been telling him about this meditation. You really need to, because I would see after a divorce, he just was so bitter and
Mm.
this and that. And I'm like, you know what? All of this is affecting you negatively. You don't realize it, but this is how cancer gets created. This is how diseases, diabetes, all of that.
Yeah.
So, anyways, he had not cried in like 30 years, right?
Wow.
And
30 years.
I'm not kidding you. He was shocked. He felt, he's like, this is a surreal moment.
Mm.
Is this a movie? What
Mhm.
is this? He literally felt energy rise up from his body and leave his, his human form,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
he had a beautiful, beautiful release.
Mm-hmm.
And we held hands, and he's been like a dear friend, no romantic or anything like
Yeah.
that. But we
Platonic.
held hands, very platonic,
Yeah.
because I care about his healing. Because think about it, right? So if everything is energy,
Uh-huh.
and now you're in a space of love, you're not
Mhm.
walking in shame and guilt and
Yes.
negative thoughts
Yes.
24/7. And now you shift your frequency to love, to acceptance, to calmness, to peace.
Oh my
You
gosh.
think,
I'm going to stop you right here because I need to bring my friend that's here. And she needs,
okay,
I should have given her the earbud earlier because she needed to have heard this. Girl, come over here. Come over here.
girl,
Here,
we can do a live meditation right now.
I'm going to clean this. Here, put the earbud on. Okay. Oh, okay. This is Gloria. Okay, put it on so you can hear her.
Yes.
Can you hear her?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. So,
Wonderful.
okay, real quick. Gloria, and I know we're talking about the International Women's Fest, but it's all going to connect.
Well, because it's all connected.
It's all connected.
Yes.
It's all connected.
You look
so,
beautiful, by the way.
right?
Thank you.
Right. You're welcome.
So, oh my gosh, you're going to have to talk to her one-on-one. But I want to bring you in on this because I know we're talking about the International Women's Festival. Right now, you were sharing about men and having their release and their emotional release. And I just want to say, look, we all need each other. We're all humans, men and women, wherever you decide to call yourself, whatever, right? But you said love, you said releasing that stuff that needs to come out so that you can continue moving forward in your purpose. Just this weekend, Adriana, my boo and I, Angel.
I love
And
him.
I'm going to, yes. And he just stopped by earlier before we recorded and shared something with me that was very similar to a podcast I had listened to the day before about men crying and releasing. And in the podcast, I heard about a man very similar to what you're saying that had never cried.
Mhm.
And it was his wife's funeral where the son started crying. And the father was like, I don't know how to do that. The son said, okay, I'm going to help you, Dad, to be able to release and to cry. So the dad learned how to be able to, but he had never cried. That's not how he grew up. And then Angel, we were sharing and there were some things that were frustrating him and it just didn't come out the way he wanted it to. It came out a different way. And it didn't, I was like fit to be tied. I was ready to be like, I was ready. Like, we're done. It's over. And then he said, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come off that way. It's just that you have a really good way of being able to say what you feel and you articulate very well. He goes, for me, it takes a lot to share things that are not going well. I have a hard time.
Vulnerability.
Vulnerability. That's what he said.
Vulnerability. So think about it, right? He
Yes.
has been conditioned by a generation
Mhm.
that looked at this at weakness, that basically told their kids, you know, no llores, cabrón, te voy a dar algo para llorar. You know what I mean? And
Exactly.
so
Exactly.
they were never able. Men are human too. You know, they go through all of this.
Mm-hmm.
And so how beautiful is it for you to share this experience with your mate?
Yeah.
Because y'all are right here. You're
Mm-hmm.
sharing, you're experiencing, you're releasing, you're connecting. Boom, y'all are going in the same direction. And
Yes.
then you join, your souls
Yeah.
align with each other.
Uh-huh.
It's what happens.
Yes.
And so it is a beautiful thing. We're going to have to do couples meditation.
Yes.
We're gonna
Yes.
do that.
I can't wait. I can't wait. But real quick, after he listened to me and why I was hurt, I was, then I'm like, okay, well, what can I do to help you? He's like, I just don't know how to start talking about things that are worrying me or frustrating me. And I said, okay, well, maybe you could say something like, I feel, and then whatever you feel, crazy, tired, hungry, mad, worried, stressed about, and then state the item, whatever it is. He's like, okay, well, that's kind of hard because I've never done that. No one's ever asked me how I felt. So
let me tell you why that particular thing happened for him. So when things like that happened in our lives, they're called triggers.
Yes. Yeah.
He is triggered to heal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When people go through things like that, I'm like, hallelujah. I'm like, man, you're so lucky because you're about to heal something.
Yeah.
You're about to release something. You're about to sit in that pain. So I'm going to give you an example. When a memory, so in our stomach, in your solar plex, is where you hold your emotions, right? In your stomach. That's why you have a lot of gut issues and intestinal problems. That's like your second brain, right?
Yeah.
So you hold your emotion in your stomach. So when a memory, your body's trying to evolutionize. But because your body is one, your soul is another, and your brain, heart, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to connect to your body, right?
Yeah.
So when your body's trying to push these memories out, saying, I'm drowning, I need you to release some stuff because the body's not working right and you're about to get sick, and it pushes these memories up for you to remember them. So when you remember a very specific memory that was very traumatic, when you remember it, that means that energy is ready to go.
Oh.
It's already traveled energetically all the way to your crown, to your okay. You just gotta sit in the pain, open and then it's gone. Okay. So it's a thought, it's coming out. But what do people do? They suppress it again because they don't want to think about it. And then boom, you get stuck. And so I am going to blow your minds right now. We're about to go viral with this.
Okay.
So I want both of y'all to think about what is the universal symbol for medicine, for emergency hospital, for doctor.
The snake.
Not the
The
cross.
cross with the snake.
It's not a cross.
Oh.
Was it the snake?
Well, it's like the Red Cross, no?
Okay, it's not.
That's
That's a separate.
The plus sign.
Symbol. That's
The
a
plus
separate
sign?
symbol.
Oh, okay.
It's the sword with the snake
Yeah.
that comes up, and then there's
yes.
angel wings, right? Then there's angel wings. Okay.
Okay.
So inside of us, like you have to think outside the box. We have been conditioned and programmed all our entire lives. Okay. This symbol is a universal symbol that has been around for we know at least 500 years, it is in every civilization, it is the symbol for wellness, right? For cure. There's a cure. So what this symbol truly is the sword represents your spine. Okay.
Oh, okay.
The snakes represents chi energy, this life energy that resides at the bottom of our spine.
Okay.
And when it is activated, it comes up your spine. The purpose of it is to go up your spine through your chakras that need to be cleared of blockages. Okay. So it can go up, and when it gets to your mind, to your head, the wings represent like knowledge, like a connection to the divinity inside of us, right? And so this particular symbol, are y'all there?
Yeah, we're here. Do you see us?
Okay. So this particular symbol has been in front of us. So when I had I didn't know what this was. The Hindus call it your Kundalini. The Chinese call it your Chi. And I guess, the Christians can call it the Holy Spirit, because the kingdom of God resides inside of us.
Yeah.
Right? So when this energy activates and it goes up, and you have not worked through forgiveness, and then it's blocked. And what does it do? It causes anxiety. That's why people go through in menopause is when it's supposed to activate automatically. Because when I felt that hot flash, I was like, oh my God, what is this? How is my body able to produce this type of heat? And your Kundalini energy is hot. It's very hot. Hence why this is a spiritual time. I am 1000% sure I will go to my grave believing this. I have felt it in my body, and I know this to be true, but everyone has its own journey to go through and activate this life force that is, some people call it the becoming Christ-like, And so it's very important for us to think outside the box and question things, and pick up a book and learn about frequencies and vibrations, because all of it is some type of medicine for you. Like how some music just relaxes you?
Yes.
Okay, that's because it carries a certain frequency.
Okay.
That's tied to a musical note. And you're like classical music puts you in a trance, feeling, versus you hearing some crazy music with crazy lyrics with a crazy beat that's almost like, alters your body, because everything is vibration and frequency. Everything. Think about Wi-Fi. Where is Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Where's the Wi-Fi? You can't see it, but we connect to it. So is energy.
Yeah.
So is energy.
Now, let me ask you this, because we may have folks that might not believe, right? Maybe they are non-believers, or they don't follow a religion. Could this practice still help them? Because I feel that it could help
This is
anyone.
inside of us, inside of every human being.
Okay.
We are all designed the same. What changes is your belief system. What limits you is your belief system. Okay? This right here is what limits your life. If you have a thought somewhere in another parallel universe or a dream, it's already happened, just because you are made aware of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like today, I was like, God, I need some vendors. Boom. Yesterday, I said, you know what I mean? Because I believed it. I assume it's going to happen already, that it has happened.
I like what you just said, because we were just having conversations earlier. I want to bring in. Can you hear Gloria?
Hello.
Can you hear her?
Hi.
Hi,
Yes.
Hello. Yes. Okay.
I'm
So-
taking questions. I'm taking questions.
So Gloria, if you want to ask some questions, but earlier we were just having that conversation, like
Crazy.
when you want something, manifesting it, putting it out there, writing it down. So what would you like to ask or share with Adriana? And Adriana, Gloria actually has an organization called Little Great Vida, where she has fundraisers because she has an orphanage in Oaxaca, right?
Yes, I connect with
Yeah.
an orphanage. So I connect out there with Little Great Vida. And really, it also comes. It's funny that we're talking about this. I feel like there's so much synchronicity.
But there's
today.
no coincidences, my
Yes.
dear. There are no coincidences. Yeah.
Yeah, and we were talking about this because we were talking about how for me it was healing my inner child. And before I started Little Great Vida, I had went. I'm assuming you're familiar with Reiki. I had an
Yes.
experience.
I'm a
with
Reiki. I'm a Reiki practitioner, but
that. Wow.
the reason I stopped doing Reiki is because I didn't like the symbolism tied to it. Because you don't know, you
Mhm.
just don't know, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
And so, but I have healed my friend. We were at your party at Angel's house, Claudia, and Ilsa had ankle problems, and I was like, "Girl, and I started rubbing my hands. I'm going to do an exercise with y'all. I'm going to show y'all.
Okay.
Rub your hands. I want you to rub your hands like this, and just focus on the middle of your hands. Just focus on it. Okay, just focus on it. And now I want you to take your hands apart
Oh,
and just create like an accordion.
Mhm.
Just like go in and out, very slowly, in and out.
oh, I'm going in and out. I'm sorry, I'm going in circles.
It's okay, because there's a ball there. You have.
I literally feel something in between my hands.
Of course, it is that we just made energy. We just captured energy.
Wow.
Okay, so
Yeah.
and so imagine you doing this, right? This is how Reiki is. Imagine you doing this, right? Believing. First off, you got to believe. But I just showed you in physical form that this happens. So imagine if you have an intention and you tell this energy, you are love, you are healing, and you do this and you put it on a friend whose shoulder hurts or their head hurts. You are bringing in this energy to their being.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Everything that we do with the intention of love will heal somebody, will teach somebody. And this is not just some random meeting, young lady. This is not a coincidence. There's a reason why you found her today, or y'all, hey, you know what nothing is a coincidence.
Yeah.
Something will come of this. Maybe you were asking God, you know what, God, I'm struggling with such and such. And because my life was not easy. Let me tell you, it was not easy, but I was like, I'm up for the challenge. I don't have any other choice than to heal whatever happened to me when I was a child. And I have. And so you heal the abandonment, you heal the trauma, you forgive your mom and dad because they tried their best, Then in the meditation where I take you is where you got your heart broken for the very first time.
Wow.
You get to hold that little baby. And then we bring in your parents' energy and you get to forgive them. You get to forgive them. It is a beautiful meditation that helped me in my journey. And I share it with women, like I said, for free anytime. I missed the Mariachi Festival because a friend of mine called me that I'm like, girl, whenever you're ready, I will drop what I'm doing and I will go do this meditation. And it so happened that it happened on Saturday. And I don't regret missing the festival. I know it was fabulous and wonderful, and shout out to Ben and his team. But I actually got to help and assist a human being in their journey, and let go and starting this. But anyways, let's talk about the International Women's Fest.
Yes. So share with the listening audience, because this is going to be saved here on all our social media platforms as well as on the podcast. So share festival details.
All right. First, I want to give a shout out to Marco Gonzalez Law Firm. Marco Gonzalez stepped up in a way that was an answered prayer. And, he's such a kind person. Like I gravitate to the good one. So his team is phenomenal. And one of our ambassadors, Elva Trevino, is part of Up Above Entertainment and Media Group. And so that's why I had picked her as an ambassador, because she brings all that music background and community and relations. She's got some great relationships. So long story short, I didn't even know that she was with Up Above, right? So we did a casting call, because I'm about uplifting up and coming singers. We want, what's the best part of the festival? The music, right?
Yes.
And so anyways, I called, Marco came on board. He's got $1 million recording studio. He's got like a studio, like everything you need is in that building. You want to party? You can have a party there. You want to record a Grammy-winning song? You got recorded. You want to record a commercial? We got you. They got everything. So next thing you know, they're my media everything, right? To-go person.
Yeah.
And Elva's like, you know what? We ought to record a song for the international, like the anthem.
Oh, nice.
Like, what? No way. And so so they got these up and coming new artists.
Yeah.
And the author of the author of the song, I guess the writer or songwriter of the song. I just said, look, all I want in this song is my phrase, my slogan, don't pause, awaken.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, okay, got it. I'm going to let y'all hear.
All right. We get an exclusive.
And it's very tiny. Okay. I don't know how to do this.
Just turn it up.
Hold on. We're going to turn it up. Or should I send it to Liliana? No. Here we go. Let's see if it works.
Just turn it up. Yeah.
Hold on. I'm so sorry. Okay, hold on.
All right. So we got a song coming up. So stay tuned.
Here we go.
Adriana, let's see.
Can you hear it?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, come on, please.
Oh.
Here it comes.
That is amazing.
Doesn't that give you chills?
I love it.
And guess what I got to do? So the song incorporates all the singers that we chose.
Yes.
And there's a saxophone piece played by a very well-known woman saxophone player, and Evelyn Rubio.
Yes.
And then I get to design the album cover. And you know how creative, I'm just like this frustrated designer in another life. And I got to design it. And oh my gosh, when I tell you that this song could win a Grammy.
Absolutely.
not even
Claim it.
exaggerating.
Claim
Yes.
it.
Okay, so can you see a little bit?
Oh, look
beautiful.
at that.
Ah,
That is fire.
I know. Hold on. Can I send this to Liliana
Yeah, you can send it to her.
so she can?
Wow.
That is fire. I love it.
What's Liliana's number? Can you tell it to me?
Hold on, let me see. Oh, we have a 3-way text.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Stick it on there. Let's see.
Tell her it's coming.
Okay. She hears us. Liliana is on its way. We have a picture coming your way. Oh, she said send it.
Okay, here we go. Here we
All
go.
right.
Here we go.
Okay,
Here we
sending
go.
it.
Here we go.
Sending.
I'm gonna send her a couple of things. I don't think you know that you are part of another advertisement. I used your picture without asking you. I'm like, she's
It's
not
all
gonna
right. I'm gonna be fine.
It's good. It's all good.
I love it.
And here, as we're waiting for the picture, we have the ambassadors for the International Women's Fest. I'm tucked in there with some other amazing great comadres that have been out there sharing this information. I've been sharing it with my brain builders community because all I do is work with moms and babies and toddlers. And so I'm like, you got to come to this. You got to come to this. So sharing it. And let's see, go ahead, Liliana, and pull up some other pictures that we have there so we can see.
These are all like some of the best women I know.
I love all of your marketing. It was beautifully put
KJ,
together.
I'm going to give a shout out to
Give a shout
KJ
out.
Marketing because they have done a phenomenal job. They're the real deal.
Yes.
I sent that to Liliana. So yes, the festival is September the 6th from 3 to 9 at Midtown Park. And we're going to have.
We still have a vendor opportunity. So we're sharing this too.
We can. Yeah, I'll make some exceptions.
Okay. So you still have some vendor opportunities. And then
vendor opportunities. So
become
we're
a
going to.
sponsor. We still need sponsors.
Obviously, I'll take somebody's
All right.
money.
So, hey, you want to sponsor this event? She's taking vendors. She's taking sponsors.
Right. But most importantly, it's a free event for everyone to enjoy. Bring your whole family. Bring, a colcha so you can watch the concert.
Oh, yes.
And shop. The Men Awake activation booth. I'm going to have massages for whoever needs them.
Oh, yes. I'm raising my hand.
And you also from the Beat and Gem Gallery right there in University. It's a family-owned business. That's my extended family's business. They're going to give us like all these gems and we get to make, whoever wants to make like jewelry can do that. And obviously we're going to have, the Men Awake products to sell. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So,
right. So it's free.
It's free.
Bring your colcha. Can we bring little chairs to sit on?
Yes, absolutely.
Lawn chairs. The whole family's invited. And you're going to have vendors, music. And I love how it's going to be in the evening. I love it because right now we're outside and it's beautiful right now. It's 8
So
p.m.
remember, from 3 to 5, we're going to be handing awards to these trailblazers. And so this is the latest. Post.
Here we are. I see
that picture from
the back.
Yeah. Yeah. So
yes, and shout out to Que Onda magazine. I picked up a number of copies with the invitation in there. And at my last facilitator training with Brain Builders, I passed them out to all of the women that were there taking the training. So just getting the word out.
Good. These are I just feel amazing doing this, and so like I said, it hasn't been like the easiest trying to figure out all these details, but we got most of the Liliana, hold on. Did you get the album cover?
I think she texted it, Liliana. Let's see if Liliana. It was texted. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow. I'm looking at the text right now myself up close.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Whoa, that is gorgeous.
Isn't
it? Awaken. All right. There it is.
There
And
it is.
we're gonna close it all up
Oh, that's
this
powerful.
evening
Beautiful.
with the album cover.
Beautiful.
Did you wait? Who made this?
I did.
You did.
Right. I just wanted to hear you say that one more time.
I made it.
Look at
This
that.
Yes.
is gorgeous. So my hat's off to you. We are excited to be there on September
Thank
the 6th
you.
to support, to uplift each other, to you said love earlier.
Love.
We need to make sure that we hold on to love, that even though we're facing tumultuous times, holding on to joy, holding on to love, holding on to humanity. So I thank you for
Yes.
sharing it that night of the election night. I remember you had just worked out. I was like halfway in PJs. We were up watching the election results. It happened. It went down.
Oh, it
And
was
then you
it was
said-
surreal. It was surreal.
It was
but,
so surreal.
but
But
guess
you
what?
said we're doing a festival, and I'm like, all right.
And so remember this, there's two lanes, right? There's the fear,
Yeah.
and then there's the love.
Yes.
Like, where would you rather be? And I'm getting chills.
Oh, yeah.
Where would you rather, what lane do you want to be in?
The
That's
love
what
lane.
that's what
The
they
love
want.
lane.
They
Love
want
lane.
us, they want
to
us to
be in the fear lane. They want
They
us in the
want
fear
us to
lane.
be in the fear lane.
Yeah.
Because guess what fear does to you?
Yeah.
It lowers your vibration.
Yeah, absolutely.
It lowers your vibration.
I
So
cannot
remember-
wait to be there and feel all of that
Wear white.
love.
You need to tell everyone to wear white, ladies. Wear white.
Oh, yes, wear white.
Okay,
And
so we'll be
wear
wearing,
white.
okay, yeah.
we'll wear white.
We'll wear
And
white.
also because we might need to wear white in the sun, but that's a good call.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking us guys, white, you know.
It's gonna be beautiful. I'm sorry.
It is.
It's gonna be beautiful. And you know what? And whatever little hiccups may happen, because of course they are,
Okay, we will.
with it. Because guess
Okay.
what? We are gonna show up and we are going to unite in love.
That's right.
And that's what they don't want.
That's
what they
right.
don't want.
We're gonna hold on to that.
That's
That's
right.
that's gonna be our cry. Or not, I'm
Yes.
gonna say cry, maybe cry is not the best word. That's going to be our mantra. That's going to be
Yes.
what we exhibit. And that's it, you know.
And that's
because
what we're going to
need that.
honor
Mhm.
when you honor that within yourself, right?
Yes.
When you choose love, basically choosing yourself.
We're looking.
Somebody had to hear that. Somebody had to hear that. That when you do that, and I'm not saying like I'm not perfect. Every day I
me
struggle, but I gotta
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
get back in that
We have
lane and remember
Yes.
because we have been programmed for hundreds of years.
Mhm.
Think about it. You know,
Mhm.
we've just been programmed. But yes, everyone is invited. I love y'all. Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Let's do the meditations, the healing. Let's change the consciousness of this world together.
Absolutely.
And yes,
All
enter
right.
into our divinity. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Adriana. Woo! I gotta get a clap. Woo! Thank you for the kisses. Thank you for the love. And thank you for sharing. Thank you for putting yourself out there, for leading this. Thank you for bringing me on board.
Yes.
And the rest of the ambassadors and the women that are just, you know, doing all the work to make sure this is, like you said, it's working as a team and getting the word out there. And I'm just super excited to be a part of this. And this is the first one. This is International Women's Fest season one.
Yeah, no, this is
This is
first for
yes.
But next year we're going to celebrate it on March 8th, which is International Women's Day.
International Women's. I love
The
it.
reason-
So-
hold on, I got to say
Say
the reason why
it.
I changed the date this year is because I was traumatized that this man won, and I could not get my act together. I literally was dumbfounded that people voted for this clown. You know, every day there's drama. Oh my God.
Every day.
It's such a lower vibrational.
Yes,
Low vibration.
like that ex-husband that keeps calling you every day a chingar. You know what I mean? That's him.
Exactly. And we are going to stand firm in our
That's
lane
right.
of love. Doesn't mean that I'm perfect. Doesn't mean that I'm
No.
not going to be like throwing chanclazos at him, because I will. Virtual chanclazos at this. But again, still sticking to, you are not going to take us down emotionally.
No
and
more
you're
He
not,
came
no.
to trigger. He was sent to trigger. He was sent to trigger people.
to continue that
Wow.
lower vibration.
Because think about it. Why would our loving God send this man to us?
Yeah.
To help us
Heal.
to heal,
Yeah.
to trigger. You know how angry, when you got so angry, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so triggered by this. That means that you got to heal something. You know what I mean?
True.
So absolutely. But there is just know that there's a greater plan that love is the greatest energy that there is. And when I start to love, you start to love, and your neighbors and this and that, and we unite and blah, blah. And it's nothing but love, girl. That cloud of love is gonna surround the earth, and it's just gonna be beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All
So,
right, Adriana.
I don't forget, we have to do our meditation.
Our meditation. We got to schedule that.
You and Angel.
Yes.
Mwah.
You and
I
Angel
love
and
you.
I.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Mwah.
Great.
Thank
I'm going to see you in a
you.
meditation too, girl. Yes,
Yes.
I'm going to see you in a meditation too, your friend.
Yes, I need
Yes.
it.
Yes,
Thank
you
you
guys.
so much.
All right.
We
Share
on
my
it.
contact.
Adios.
Yes.
All right. Bye-bye. See you soon.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
And that comes to the end of our recording of the show, La Super Comadre Claudia and the Claudia Macias podcast. I had my friend come on. We just met for coffee today.
Yes.
And yes, I was working too. And, you know,
Yes.
she's in the education space. She's also a master at working with little ones, teaching them how to read with older kids as well. So, you know, we were working and we were sharing like goals and where do I want Brain Builders to go and where is she going with her organization, Little Great Vida. And then we connected with my main guest. Thanks to our great sponsors for always sponsoring us to make sure we have these guests come on. We have, you know, Chris Pignon with the Media Studios, who does our amazing photographer. We also have Issa's Glam Boutique, who also always glams me up with her jewelry. And we also have another great sponsor, who is Cookie Face Cosmetics. Her eyelashes and her face makeups are always keeping me on point, as well as Men Awake, who we just had. She is one of our sponsors. She's always making sure that I have all the serums, making sure my hair's growing back in place with her Men Awake products. So thank you so much for all of the sponsorships. Thank you, Gloria, for being here today. We're going to bring her back soon because she's going to give us an update on Little Great Vida, her organization, and how we can support that work of the orphanage in Oaxaca and how you bring Christmas to them.
Yes.
All right. I think we're done. Tan tan.
Dun, dun. Thank you so much.
Gracias por haber estado aquí en el show Catching Up with Claudia. ¿Tan tan? ¿Ya terminamos? Ok, bye.
Música variada, interesantes shows en vivo, tu mejor opción en internet, Radio Cristal USA.com.